One chance is everything we've waited for. It's our time, so let me take it home and knock it out of this world. Out of this world where we going. Out of this world.
All right, so it's time for cricket now on the SportsMax zone. Once you hear that beautiful, beautiful sound. Well, it was a rain-affected day in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup, with England starting their title defence with no result against Scotland. In match 6 at the Kensington Oval in Barbados, the Scots managed to reach 90 without loss of their reduced allotment of 10 overs. However, bad weather prevailed, forcing the match to be abandoned at the end of Scotland's innings. Well, in the day's other match, over in Dallas, Netherlands held their nerve to pull off a 6-wicket victory over Nepal. Batting first, Nepal were dismissed for 106 in 19.2 overs, led by 35 from skipper Rohit Paudel and 17 from Karan Chetri. Well, Logan van der Beek is 3 for 18 and Tim Pringle 3 for 20 were the best bowlers for the Dutch. Chasing 107 for victory, the Dutchmen reached 109 for 4 in 18.4 overs, with Max O'Dodd top scoring with an unbeaten 54 from 48 deliveries and Vikramjit Singh contributing 22. Well, 3 bowlers had a wicket each for Nepal. So Lance, really eventful World Cup matches so far. Unfortunate that, of course, England having that no result to start their title defence, but one thing we can't control is the weather.
Yeah, we can't. And of course, this week in the Caribbean, we started the hurricane season, so we're hoping that we don't get too much rain. Although in Kingston at the moment, it's raining cats and dogs. So disappointment for the Barbadian fans today with their Scotland-England match being rained out and no result there. Of course, as you said, England the defending champions, and this is not the kind of start they would have wanted because Scotland is a team that they would have expected to beat. The other game getting a result, though, that one played in Dallas.
Yeah.
Most fans in the Caribbean are anxious for the West Indies' next game against Uganda on Saturday. And the Ugandans had a tough time last night against Afghanistan, Mariah. Afghanistan looking pretty efficient in getting past them.
Yeah, efficient with both bat and ball, because initially I was like, okay, they're really dominant with the bat. We saw those players, of course, not being able to get to centuries, but getting 50-plus scores. Rahmanullah Gurbaz with that 76 and Ibrahim Zadran with 70. And then if that was not good enough, Lance, of course, defending their scores with the ball, they were just absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, you know what? It just took them, a few overs to get the result they wanted. And Fazarak Faruqi was very, very impressive.
5 for 9.
5 for 9. And I thought his bowling was very, very impressive. I have to say that the Ugandan batting wasn't, top flight. So you'd want to put that into the reckoning when you assess his bowling performances. But a lot of the deliveries that I saw him bowl would have gotten top batsmen out.
Yeah.
He bowls the Yorker with regularity and accuracy, and he swings them both ways. He has some cutters as well, and a lot of variation there. So even like a Rashid Khan, who would have been one of Afghanistan's top bowling tools, was in the sidelines.
2 for 12.
It was Faruqi that did most of the bowling. Very, very impressed with him. And I think Afghanistan will be a team that the West Indies will have to look out for.
And I just keep reminding people that Dwayne Bravo is, of course, the bowling coach of the Afghanistan team. He's somebody that, of course, has been dominant with the ball himself. He understands the game very well, and he also understands the Caribbean conditions very well. He also held the captaincy hat for some time. So, of course, all of these things we have to remember. This is a strategy. And, we can't just leave out these West Indian people that are involved in the team, because it makes a massive difference, Lance. To me, it's like just this undercover threat.
Yeah, and the fact is that most people would accept that Papua New Guinea's fight that they staged against the West Indies was partly due to their coach Phil Simmons' knowledge of intimate knowledge of the West Indies players, what their weaknesses and their strengths are, and he strategized with that in mind. So the fact that Dwayne Bravo is a West Indian and understands our cricket, he could use that to his advantage with his role as a coaching consultant for that team. So, you know, I think that is one of the aspects of this T20 World Cup that we don't want to overlook. But as we said at the start, disappointing that rain affected the game in Barbados today. And let's hope that bad weather doesn't play a major role in this, because with the group stages on now, a couple of no result endings of some of these games could negatively impact some of the top teams and their chances of advancing in the tournament.
Yeah, that's for sure. And tomorrow we have some big games to look forward to. India will be up against Ireland. Papua New Guinea will be playing Uganda, and Australia up against Oman. Are you going for Australia?
Yeah, well, I think India and Australia are among the strongest teams in the tournament, so I'm very anxious to see what both of them do tomorrow. There is a general feeling that India has not presented itself as a tournament team in the past decade or so, or because they always have a strong team on roster, but they don't have the titles to support that. So let's see what they do in their opening game here, because I think India and Australia, based on their roster, would come in as two of the strongest teams in the tournament.
Yeah, really hoping that the rains stay away and we can enjoy some exciting cricket. We're taking a quick break now, and when we come back, it's interactive time.
That is world, yeah. That is the world where we go. So come on, let me
Waiting and anticipating just to get a chance so we can be great kings. That time now wasting, no more debating. Today, our future creating. Here when we stating, we want the rating. Open a prayer, enough deliberating. No plating, it been frustrating. So we see the better in our life we making. Because life is giving and taking. Unity, enough collaborating. You see the boundaries that we